Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the Tiger. So if you're a Tiger, this is the reading for you. Let's give these a good shuffle up and let's see what we have this week. Let's stop. There. Yeah. Let's take that one from the bottom, this one from the middle, and this one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got 3 whites, but as always, as I say, white doesn't always mean all right, just like black is not always an attack. So we've got 3 whites, but what is the compatibility? Let's have a look. We got a catalyst card straight away there. We got that rabbit coming into play, which means there is changes happening, positive changes, good changes, changes that are, for want of a better word, something that you are looking forward to, something that you are wanting to get to it very quickly. You want to rush into it, but don't rush into it. You don't want to rush into it. Don't be too impulsive now, Tiger people. You don't want to be too rash here. You need to conserve yourself. Conserve yourself. The last thing you need to do is to kick up dust and to cause a mess on your retreat or in your haste. Don't do it. Watch your temper. Watch your tone. Watch how you are addressing people right now. Watch how you are delivering the communication or the way you are delivering information. You could rub some people up the wrong way. You could offend people. You could upset people. You could burn bridges that you don't necessarily want to burn or shouldn't burn, or it would be unnecessary to burn. So just have some reservations here. Don't rush in and just leave everything behind. You'll just leave a mess, and then later on you'll figure out that some things that you did need are now amongst that mess and potentially are now lost. The Catalyst card is a good card here, moving forward, pushing you forward. It's just, you could essentially be your own downfall here. You need to avoid getting aggressive. You need to avoid being in people's faces or being competitive. You need to be able to watch that tongue of you. Watch that tongue of yours, should I say. That's what you need to do. Because that is, as I say, a Catalyst card. It's already in motion. If you want to know more about those Catalyst cards, hit that subscribe button because we're going to do more about that in the future. We've then got your conflict. A conflict card right there for you, monkey people. That conflict is your direct conflict. So that isn't just any old conflict. It's a conflict that is something that you cannot avoid. And again, comes down to competition, ego, and being too impulsive and rushing in, biting off more than you could chew. You need to make sure that you're not doing that. Check yourself. Make sure that you're not being too in anyone's face, too up in anybody's kind of space. Also, be careful and look after yourself at the same time. Biting off more than you can chew or getting involved in things that are unnecessary or things, it's just going to exert energy. It's just going to exert energy and it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. You need to be able to take a breath right now, contemplate, and use this time as we change over into this doer time. Because this is a doer card as well, don't forget. So we're doing stuff here now. The changes are going to bring on lots of things to do. And it's going to be stuff that you need to do that's going to potentially not upset you because it's something that you're looking forward to. It's something that you're excited to get into. But it's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of exhaustion that is now headed your way. You can't keep balancing and juggling all the stuff that you've got going on here. And now that change is coming in, some of this stuff has to go. And you've got to decide what has to go here. And that's maybe where you have to hold your temper because this will frustrate you. You're going to become agitated. You're going to become sort of flipping out at people that don't deserve it, taking things out on them that they may not necessarily even know what's going on with you. They may not even know why you're doing it. You need to be careful of the conflicts right now. You're in a good space. Let's not cock it up. We need to keep on this politeness and etiquette. You need to have a level of consideration and sympathy for people right now. Don't go over the top. Don't be over the board. Don't be all in their faces. This isn't a time for bragging or ego. This is a time for you to graciously and admirably take your win as or as humbly as you can. Because if you start to get all aggressive with it and bragging about it and whatnot, it will force you into a place where you have to be defensive. And once you become defensive, it's all a different game. This isn't time for, I think, challenges that you need to seek out. You're already looking at challenges that are already set in motion for you. We got a dog coming in there. That's a good card to finish up on. That's a very good card. That's in your own triangle, that is. If you want to know more about the affinity triangles, then you can hit that subscribe button. We've already done the Doer Triangle for the monkeys, dragons, and rats. I'll put the link in the comments below, in the description below, so you can click on that if you want to see that video. But this dog is in your triangle. It's also in the positive, which means you have got a very good chance of coming out on top here. You got a very good chance of getting through this, looking out for yourself and protecting yourself, but also being equal and fair to others around you as you move through this. You've gone from a catalyst card to this doer card. If you do things as you are meant to do and not seeking out unnecessary challenges and conflicts, you're going to come into this dog phase and things are going to start being noticeably different. They're going to be more productive and more successful, or at least you're going to feel more successful. How long it will last, we don't know, do we? We have to find out next week for that. It could just last 7 days. We could have this running on for a while. We'll find out. But we are looking at some good fortune now. I do think as well right now you need to have some boundaries in place to make sure that this catalyst card and these changes that come through, as it pushes through, you need to make sure that you don't revert back to this, and you don't go back to bringing it back up in the future. I did this, or I've put this amount of bread on the table, because whatever anybody brings to the table is entirely their sort of prerogative. What you bring to the table is down to you, and you shouldn't be bringing that back up and comparing. This isn't a time for competition or comparison or conflict. This is a time for you to, as I say, tiptoe through graciously. You know, admit your win if you have to, but you don't need to celebrate it in everybody's faces. As humble as possible is the way forward here. And I think that with this dog card coming in, putting these boundaries in place is a good idea so that you know where you are at. Because you'll soon start to make sense of it all as you start moving forward from this, because you're coming into a phase that you will understand. The dog and that phase of that dog that you are coming into is going to help you start to understand exactly where everything is, why it's the way it is, and how you managed to get that far. And it'll, that's why that happened, and the penny will drop. But we're going to have to move through this first, and we're in this conflict phase at the moment as this catalyst card has pushed us into that phase. You, as a tiger, are very emotionally sensitive and intuitive to these things. And as shifts start to happen, it will start to make you feel uneasy. You're going to feel quite agitated. But don't worry, because we're going to be moving into that dog phase there. And we're going to find out how that pans out for you next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. I will see you later with a reading for the rabbit people. If I don't see you then, I will see you next week when I come back for another reading for you tiger people. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.